What's going on, YouTube? It's RJ the Fed. We're going to be doing a giveaway tonight, a pretty large giveaway. So we'll see if anybody turns up for it. Lots of samples, lots of 3D prints. We'll see. We might give away some bottles too. We have the description that was up for a couple days now, so people should have an idea that we do plan to give away a couple bottles. But the free giveaway, we'll do some 3D prints, and then the paid giveaway, we'll be doing some bottles. Probably include some samples with anything that gets sent out. Get lots of options. Some of it will be winner's choice. Some of it will just be thrown in as freebies and extras. We'll showcase some of the stuff that we've got, so we'll see. Tracy says she's got a Wednesday night trivia in half an hour, so we're already slacking. We will try to go a little bit later. It's been a very busy day. The oldest son, he's not even 2 yet. He's sick, so dealing with that. Oh, we've got Glen Toppers, couple different kinds, couple different colors, couple different effects. It's hard to tell on camera with these, but they do have like a starburst pattern to them. Can't get that to focus with the lighting. Kind of see it there at that angle. So, pretty cool things. Couple people popping up in chat. We've got had Torup that was here. Got Mr. Mom, Chris Jenkins, Tracy. Show me the proof. Who else is in here? We got Nate. 3 people here, 3 winners. Let's go. Yep, basically. Got by 2 with the bottle of sap. Thanks. Good to hear that made it in one piece. Need one for the Kentucky Trail glasses now. Getting caught up. Yeah, there we go. Torup. The peak of awesome too. Appreciate that. Yeah, so if you type in the little thing that's scrolling across the screen, it is tracking. I've got 2 entries so far. Hashtag 3D print, just like what Chris typed in. That'll be the StreamYard giveaway one. That'll just be a name picker. Depending on how many people pop up, what they want to do, how they want to do it, we'll make something happen for some paid giveaways too. $5 per paid entry. Link in the description for PayPal and Venmo. Super chats are also welcome. Torup, while he's in the chat too, we want to show off. We do have this little topper that flips up now as like a ring, and it stays up pretty well. So I have a feeling if you have it on top of a Glen that you can manipulate one hand and put a finger through to pick the Glen topper up. So we did work on that one. Been doing a lot of custom projects for people, custom designs and stuff, not just RJ the Fed logos. So if anyone has anything specific that they want, we can make some stuff to order as well. So we'll definitely try to go that route as well and try to help out. Some of the barrels that we have currently that are already printed, we have blue and white. Halloween's coming up, so we've got orange and black. I know it doesn't look red and blue, but this is our red and blue. It's more of like a turquoise color. This is actually glow in the dark. Like this whole thing glows in the dark. The lids unscrew. You can put Glen Cairns inside, put the lid back on top, and screw it in and use it to carry Glens. Glens can and still will break in these. I've broke one Glen in one of these, but then you can also use the lid as a Glen topper too. So little multi-purpose thing, pretty cool. Not my idea to make these. Someone else had already did these before, so we took that idea and we've just we want to give some of these away, and we've made them with our little logo on them. What is our idea is we took the same idea and we shrunk it down so you guys can see in size comparison. If anyone has a Wee Glen, these are like 100% perfect fit, very tight tolerance on Wee Glens. Same thing, you can use it as a Glen topper and the things screw on too, so pretty cool. What's going on, Sandy? That's your IRL home shopping network example. Put that lid on a Glen and one hand on and off of it. Yeah, no, I don't know if I can manipulate like what you were doing, because Torup had like a cigar and in the same hand as he was drinking with, he had his Glen that he was holding with one hand too. and then he's using his other hand to do yard work. So he was trying to manipulate the Glen Topper to be able to drink, but then still be able to smoke the cigar. He wanted a ring attached to it. A ring is attached to it. This is essentially like the same mechanism that people put on like at the back of their cell phones, and then it'll fold down flat too. So prints in 2 parts, pretty easy to assemble, not much work there. Can't put really a logo on it, but we could print this this like ring in a separate color. The other part's all one piece, so that's kind of cool. And then what everybody saw. Sorry, some stuff started falling. Oh well, just let those fall. What everybody saw on the thumbnail, we actually have 3 of these. I've got one in this gold color. The other one kind of looks more of like a greenish hue, but it's supposed to be like a bronze silk color. And then we also have one in a gray matte finish, but pretty good detail on the wings all the way around. These will hold your Eagle Rare bottle for sure, as you saw in the picture. I also had one holding a High West Prisoner Share and another one holding a Baumburgers. I've had it hold Smoke Wagon. Any bottle that's around that standard wine bottle size or shape, Evernorth, these will hold pretty well. Make a little good display piece. As long as it's sitting on a flat surface, it's got a pretty big flat bottom to sit. They're very lightweight, about 15% infill, so that's how solid these are. So 15% doesn't sound like a lot, but that's actually a decent amount of plastic. Very, very nice build in a single color. If you really wanted to, you can prime these and paint these by hand. If you wanted very specific colors, you could absolutely do it. A lot of work not doing that, but we'll print them in solid colors for you, and you guys can paint them. What's up, Paul? Whew. So I'm gonna pour something up. I've got a Bourbon World Top Floor I8 Old Forester Blue Label. We finished off the I6 Kroger list last night. We've got a lot of blue labels. Unpopular belief, though, on how to drink these. Most of these blue labels are very hot. Rocks glass full of ice. We're going to drink the water out of this real quick and then top it off with some Old Forester. So we'll save the free giveaway for the later run. And since Tracy's already said that she's going to have to go for trivia if she does win, I'll still get her taken care of, but we'll just draw a second winner since she won't be there, and we'll get her taken care of. Acrylic epoxy glow box Eagle, let's go. I could actually just do a glow in the dark Eagle too. We've got the glow in the dark filament. They take about half a spool. Yeah, way too much ice is right, but some of these are really hot, so this will help water it down, and hopefully that ice won't melt all the way really fast. It's actually how I was drinking when I was smoking that cigar in the garage the other day. I had an Old Forester that had a ton of ice in it. So free giveaway, we want people to be here for that. Like I said, paid giveaway if anybody wants to enter. We've got stuff basically on a tier list, so depending on how much money gets donated depends on how much we give away. I've got a Green River single barrel full proof. I've got a Smoke Wagon private barrel rye. I've got an Eagle Rare. I've got Blanton's bottles as well. Sample wise, pretty much anything from my collection. Only thing that's kind of off limits right now is I've got a President's Choice, a GTS, and my 13 Colony 15th anniversary. Everything else is fair game. And we will see where that takes us. Any OGD7? I have actually started seeing some OGD7 showing up. And we did get a donation already, so we'll make sure we keep track of those. Let's see. Got a notepad going. Got Mr. Mom in for 2. We'll be giving away some stuff for sure. Like, there's just no way that we don't give away some stuff. But yeah, no, we've been seeing some OGD7 down here. I haven't picked it up. I am not a fan of that cinnamon tasting note by any means. I don't know if anyone wants to hop in chat too. Makes things see if I can get that link popped up so we can invite somebody. Someone can come and have a drink, have a chat if they want. Post that link up there. Let's see how that giveaway is running. We've got 8 entries so far. I'd say that's pretty good. People are figuring out the entries. Oh, we got one of our favorite moderators in the chat, Ryan. Ryan, I don't know if you've been talking to Mark, but something's coming Mark's way. I don't know. You might want to talk to Mark and make sure you're there when that package arrives, because I heard Mark might not be so willing to share with you. Oh my goodness. I told Mark when I'm sending him, I'll say it out loud, Ryan, so you can hold him to it. I'm sending him a bottle he paid for, so the bottle's his, but 24 2-ounce samples and a bunch of 3D prints. 24 2-ounce samples and a bunch of 3D prints. So you'll get a barrel, you'll get some Glen Toppers, and you'll have a pretty good selection of samples to pick from as well. So, and don't let them skimp out on you. There's some good samples in there too. You don't get cinnamon on the OGD7. It does make a nice 50-50 with the 114. I'll have to keep that in mind. Maybe I will try the 7. It doesn't have that cinnamon note. 24 2-ounce samples of GTS, yes, please. I did include a 2-ounce sample of the 24 Thomas H. Handy, but I didn't put any GTS in there for him. There is Thomas H. Handy, Blanton's Gold Store Pick. What else did I put in there? Oh, I have a dusty bottle of Knob Creek 9. It's a single barrel 120 proof pick. That bottle is so freaking old. I didn't even know they made these. It's a screw top. Rude to you. What's going on? So we want to give away some stuff though. So like I said, let me get some names in here. We got Tracy just dropped in for 2 more. Tracy got you in for 2. Let me pull up PayPal as well, because it's going to be tough to keep track of all this. Normally, I have some help with me whenever I'm doing these. Tough to keep track of everything, but I will do my best, and I will try to read out any comments that you guys put in them whenever you send stuff too. Some people like to put messages, and I have no problem reading them out loud. Alrighty. I did give them a handy. There's so little left of that 24 handy too. Like I almost bottle killed my bottle just to pour up a sample for them, but hopefully they can share some and do 1-ounce samples each, or just maybe they want to drink them all. I got like Natterjack in there for Irish whiskey. We got the regular one, the Mistake, and the Cash Strength Hibiki Suntory Japanese whiskey as well. A lot of flavored stuff, a lot of Texas stuff, a lot of variety of everything, really. I kind of went from like the bottom of my shelf and slowly worked my way up until I got as many pours as I could, and then see if we could cram them all in one box. So I was pretty impressed with my packing job on being able to get everything in there. Also, anything that's won today, with the exception of probably the Eagle, I say the exception. If I can fit this in a box, I'll send it 100%. The boxes I currently have are more for like samples and the 3D printed stuff. So I might have to go out of my way to go find some boxes that'll fit these. But I definitely plan to give at least one of these away tonight. This will probably be one of the free giveaways, actually. So that'll be cool. Realistically, if someone were to sell one of these, they'd probably sell them for like $75 plus shipping, because they take like half a spool of filament, which isn't too much. But they take like 20 hours to print, at least with the settings I'm using, because the guy who made these originally, this design, the infill is very low, and I upped it a lot. But I'm not trying to sell any of his prints. More want to give some of these away because these are just really cool and they make good display pieces. My dad likes Eagles too, so he'll probably get one too. Good news is I can print more of these. It is the handy that I brought out to Mansfield. That is the same exact bottle, once again being shared again. I love to share. I can't drink it all on my own anyways. Edward, what's going on? Oh, I did actually give them some punishment pours tore up. There's 2 actually. Dave Vogelsang and Gandy Road both sent me a sample of the 21090. Tracy sent me a sample of the Take 8 of the Corbin Cash. The Take 8 one was fine, but the other one by 21090 was like 150 proof. That one was very bad. I didn't realize I had 2 of the same. So I drank part of them. That was when we did that hazmat stream, and then I refilled the other one because I knew they were the exact same thing. It was all the way up to full. They're getting that Corbin and Cash Hazmat 150 proof that I thought tasted like rotten, stinky cheese. And then my Still Austin Cash Strength, one of the first bottles I bought whenever I was talking and met up with Riley and got him a bottle while he's in Florida. That was one of the worst picks I've ever had, one of the worst bottles I've ever had. And it's still here from the very beginning of me basically eating into whiskey. So they get a 2-ounce sample of that, which is also a pretty nasty punishment pour. So I'm curious on what they think about trying those, but 2 of their 24 samples are not good. Cowboy hats, they're up top. I can grab one. I've just been running around trying to take care of a sick kid. Let me grab that real quick. We have cowboy hat. Not related. Got a punishment box from the Bakers. Barrel aged gin, Malort tequila. Drain it. I tried so hard not to drain it, tore up, because that Still Austin was it's like a $90 bottle. It was not cheap and it was not good. So I sent it out as punishment pours. Musician and shop owner in Deep Ellum area of Dallas, worked together in the 80s and 90s. Nice. Musician, what do we play? Found a new punishment pour. RM Rose Straight Bourbon Whiskey was definitely not in my palate range. Yeah, I hope he gets better too. Yesterday, he was just destroying the entire house. And then today we got back from the little gym and he started throwing up and he can't keep anything down. So pretty rough. He is still trying to drink. He's still trying to take fluids in. So as long as he keeps trying to attempt to drink, we'll be okay. Ohio. Got a couple guys up there in Ohio. Had a pour of Crown Royal chocolate last night. First pour since 8-3. Man, it's a whole month. How's that arm holding up too? I know you've been going through some recovery. Probably been on pain meds. Probably couldn't be able to drink, honestly. Otherwise, you'd mess with those pain meds or be knocked out even after the smallest of pours. So let's go ahead and get some stuff given away. Let's check Venmo one more time and PayPal just so I don't miss anybody. Make sure I have my chat set to everything. So if I don't want to miss any super chats. Alrighty. Looking good. Okay. Just making sure I'm not missing any donations. So currently it's going to be a 50-50 shot right now. We got Tracy and Mr. Mom. Let me get something up here real quick so we can make something happen. Bear with me. We'll do a duck race. A little 50-50 action. A little head-to-head action. Super chat is chat. It takes YouTube takes 30%. Wrong. It takes like 40%. But yeah, it does definitely screw me over. Let's see. Duck race share. 60 seconds. We've got Tracy and Mr. Mom. Shuffle it up a couple times. Chris Jenkins snuck in with a $4.99 super chat. We'll get him added to the next one, I promise. We plan on giving away a lot of stuff. Anybody who wins, I'm going to remove one of your entries for each win. So you can win multiple times. There we go. Sideshow. What's up? Yeah, we'll get Chris Jenkins in on the next one for sure. We'll do some 3D prints for this one. Whoever wins this one's going to get some 3D printed stuff. I'll include some samples too. So whoever wins, we'll get together and I'll get you set up with something you haven't had before. There we go. Mr. Mom got first, so we'll close that duck race, and I will remove one of Mr. Mom's entries. So Mr. Mom still has one. Tracy has two, and we got Chris Jenkins with a super chat for one as well. Let me get giveaway winners posted up here too. I still owe Charles something too, the rye guy. I got to get him taken care of. Now we got to add Mr. Mom on there for some 3D prints and some samples. Save that. We get a little cheat sheet, like a little notepad on the desktop, so we can keep track of all this stuff. Makes things a little bit easier, a little bit more streamlined. Oh man, Torp's over here trying to get me to get the strike.me Bitcoin address yet, and I don't have one. That's 100% my fault. Paul with the $10 super chat. We get Paul on there too. Paul's a local. Paul's a local, so we'll make sure we get him on here too. Get him taken care of. 2 entries. We'll just continue to add winners to this, and we'll just keep going. Yeah, you can Venmo me, Travis. Travis has my Venmo, but thank you for sharing it. Travis and I conduct business on a regular. I love Travis. There we go. We'll run the next one pretty quick too. We'll do at least 1 barrel, and then each barrel we'll do at least 4 Glen Toppers in the barrel, and then we'll do samples, a minimum of 4, but we'll do multiple samples for each winner as well, and we'll get you guys taken care of. No commercials yet. Man, I don't know what it is with the commercials. Commercials are crazy. I didn't get demonetized either, but I'm hoping OG pops in. OG's crazy. I won't get doxxed on this one because this one's in that horizontal pattern. If it's in the vertical, it hits the short audience, and I start getting some different issues that pop up, obviously, with that. All right, so we got Sideshow in here now for 2. We got Nate in here for 1 as well. I'm just going to try to get this list going a little bit more streamlined so I can just copy and paste. It's tough to be running and managing this on my own, but we'll make it work. I ain't afraid. Alrighty. Travis put Eagle. And we got Nate in there as well for 2. Yeah, the goal is to get quite a bit of money on this stream. Obviously, with 21 people, it's going to be tough. I'm not going to sit here and ask for you guys to hit the goal. But the more money that you guys donate, the more stuff we're going to give away. I mean, it's just plain and simple. We'll calculate where we're at. Right now, we're at $40 in Venmo from the stream. Yeah, $40 on Venmo for the stream, and then another 15 in super chats. We hit those thresholds, man. We'll just start giving away everything. I'm fully prepared to give away 3 Eagles, all the extra barrels. I just showed you 3 barrels, but we got multiples of these. I've got 3 or 4 of these, 3 or 4 of these, 2 of these. This is the only white and black one with a logo, but I have a generic one that's all orange. Tons of Glen Toppers. I showed you guys some of those Glen Toppers that we had wherever I set them. They're somewhere over here. Oh, here they are. We got Glen Toppers, and like I said, the white and black, black and white and blue. We'll give away stacks of these with each barrel, and like I said, we'll also do samples. We got plenty of sample bottles, so but I need to get rid of some bottles too, so we'll get there. Venmo cowboy hat and mustache. Yep, that's it. That's it. RJ's written right above the mustache and below the hat. Makes it easy. Paul said he's had about 12 ads so far. Man, I don't know what makes those ads pop up like that. I really don't know. I mean, I have it turned on for ads, but I don't know what actually makes that happen. YouTube decides that. I did get a donation from Jim. Jim, what is your YouTube handle or your Discord handle, just so I can make sure I keep track of you for when you win. I'll be able to get a hold of you so I can actually get some stuff out there. Otherwise, we'll just put the email on there. Also, we got 10 entries for the free drawing. Free drawing, like I said, we'll do that towards the end, and that one will be a please be present to win. Oh, show me the proof. Okay, perfect. Alex doesn't have Venmo. That's all right. Alex, just tell me what you want to give me, and then we'll work it out later. I'll get you squared away. All right. Let's do another giveaway. Let me get this other duck race thing up. Duck race. Little old fashioned. What's going on? Who else has popped into the chat? Anyone else that I'm missing? Let's get some names copied and pasted. Let's get this shared up. All right, so we got Mr. Mom. Only got one entry for you now since you did win. 2 for Tracy. You got Chris Jenkins. 2 for Paul. 2 for Travis. 2 for Nate, and 1 for Jim. Show me the proof. Let's see where we at. Just doing one more double check. Don't want to miss anybody. All right. We shall shuffle this a couple times. We'll probably run through like three more of these, so we'll have 4 winners total so far. This will be number 2, and then we'll work towards something bigger. I got stuff to give away. First love bugs of the fall today. Let's get that winner text channel ready to go so I can type in the winner. Got the quacking going. Man, Nate hightailed it at the end right there with the panda duck. Nate, you know I got you taken care of. We'll get you hooked up. Let's get that copied and pasted so I got information. There we go. All right, Nate, we're going to drop one of your entries since you got a W. Let's see. Remove winner from next race, and we'll go ahead and just run it back. Oh, $5 super sticker. We got to get tore up in here. Let's see. Can I just refresh this? Is that going to mess it up? And we'll just copy the list. Last YouTube spend ever. He really wants me to get some Bitcoin. All right, Tracy, go have fun at trivia. I'll let you know if you win. We'll go for at least 2 more winners. We'll do one winner for this race, and then the next winner for the next one, and that'll be some Glen barrels taken care of, and some toppers and some samples taken care of. Trivia, hashtag never. I never win trivia either, Torup. It's okay. I suck at trivia. If you win, give it to Tracy. I can take care of you. We got to send you a package anyways. We gotta get you a little custom topper action. There we go. We got Travis with the win. I'd show. Chris is having issues. Let's get him taken care of here in a second. Let me get Travis added on here for a winner. All right, Chris. I just posted it in the comment section below. That is my Venmo. Gotta make sure we take off of one of Travis's entries since he won. Already have a barrel. That thing ain't getting used though. It needs more socially IRL person. I just work, drink, and repeat. That's all right, man. We've been working on some other stuff too. So I know you were drinking out of some Glens, but if you drink out of rocks glasses too, we've actually designed some coasters and toppers. Let me grab one so I can show you what they're about if that might be something you're interested in. So these are kind of because of Travis, like he kind of mentioned them, but also Tracy, she was wanting some coasters. So we have two different sizes to kind of put them in comparison. Like one will kind of fit inside the other. Two different sizes. They have two different size rock glasses. This first one was like the prototype that we built. It works as a coaster, and there's little grooves cut in it, so the liquid can still flow out instead of letting the condensation build up. But it also acts as a cover, and it actually snaps on pretty firmly. I've got stuff in here, so I'm not going to tip it upside down, but it will actually stay on with the glass being upside down. So pretty neat. And like I said, the bigger one will work too. Works with like beer pint glasses and rocks glasses as well. You can also use them as like a little coaster for the Glencairn, but obviously not as sturdy or stable. Nothing supporting the base, but just another cool idea. Alrighty, Mr. Chris Jenkins. Got you in for two. Bear with me as I add people to the list. I see we got Ryan as well for two. Try to get all this stuff to load. Chris, I'm going to add you as a friend on Venmo. You sent it via goods and services, so there's like a fee that gets taken out of. I don't care about the fee getting taken out of. I'm just letting you know when Venmo is going to start cracking down and doing audits and stuff, a lot of the same things won't apply to like friends and family. So that's why I'm adding you on there. I mean, they'll still probably look at some people. There's like a lot of big transactions, but smaller transactions like that. As long as you're friends with them, I don't think they even look at them or consider them. Do have a Kinsey glass. I like that. Could use as a topper. It's a little larger. Yeah, no, I mean, these are different sizes, obviously, but there's like a big one that'll fit on giant rocks glasses and pint glasses, and then this will fit on the smaller rocks glasses. So just something different. Perfect. We're now friends on Venmo, Chris. Yeah, just something that they came up with. I guess they're trying to do some more auditing and trying to find ways to crack down on some people who weren't declaring on their taxes and stuff whenever they were doing like straight up business transactions. So, hey, Locktar, what's up, buddy? Speaking of custom barrel projects too, so like we've been putting our logo on them. We've been doing orders for people too. So anybody who has a channel or has an idea or something like that, Like I know Torrent wanted Bitcoin. We've been doing custom barrels for people based off requests. So we did the Bitcoin for Torrent. We did Loctar barrel breakdown. If you look at the barrel, like on his profile picture with the LBB in it, we went ahead and did that as well. So you can see that. I can grab one of those if you guys want to see his, but we've been trying to do custom orders for people as well. So if you win and you want a custom barrel other than one that's branded with RJ on it, I can do sports teams too. I've got Texas Ranger barrels. We also did the Las Vegas Golden Knights for Travis. So just let me know. All right, Jessica just sent me some too. Get Jessica in for 2. We do have at least one more in the cannon, at least for the 3D prints and some samples, and then we're going to up the stakes to some bottles. Oh, the toppers work perfect on the Kinsey glasses. That's good to know too. Nice. Brooklyn Dodgers, let's go. Yeah, I mean, you got my number. Just send me the picture of the specific logo you want, and then I'll do my best to try to find a logo that I can use that's similar to that, maybe more simplified just for 3D modeling, because people send me like JPEGs or PNGs. I've got to turn them into the STL files. That way the printer knows how to read it as a 3D format, and then we just take what we already have. So in this case, we can do barrel toppers, rocks glass or coaster toppers, Glen Toppers, and then we just sync that logo into the top of it, either as a like popped out, like this is raised. We can do them like these where they're actually a hole, like it's actually indented, engraved in there, or like the Glen Toppers we have, where they're smooth and flush and flat. So we've got a couple options with them. Finer print kind of gets lost in the ways. That's why for like Loctars, we did have to dumb it down and do more of a simplistic one. We weren't able to do like all the text around for his logo, but we were able to make it happen. So still learning. Got some really cool things to come. A lot more stuff that's whiskey oriented as well. Trying to build some stuff from complete scratch. So we'll get there. ASMR Whiskey, what's going on? Get that to 500. Yeah, absolutely. Love to see Lock Target 500. I'm just double checking to make sure we didn't miss anybody before we run the next one. Making sure I didn't miss any more super chats. We got Ryan, Torup, Paul, and Chris. Perfect. Ain't got that Awesome B logo to show. Actually, I sent you all of them that had the Awesome B logo. I didn't make any extras. Everything that I made, I sent them all to you. I don't have any extras for myself. So, but we did them in it's a light orange color with white. So for the Bitcoin logos, they look pretty good. I think they turned out pretty good. Oh, Edward said he's going to Venmo me, so we'll stand by and we'll wait for that before we start rolling this race again. The one and only B Freak. Yeah, that's why we just sent you all the Bitcoin stuff. You get a Bitcoin, and you get a Bitcoin, and you get a Bitcoin. Also, we're up to 12 entries for the free drawing. We will do that towards the end. We currently have 19 watching. As it scrolls across the screen in the bottom, it's hashtag 3D print, no spaces, capitalization for the first 3, and then we'll do that towards the end. We'll probably give away one of the Eagles for that. All right, Edward, let's get you on here. Got Edward for 4. They'll definitely see it, Tora. We'll definitely let them see it. All right, so we've got our entries. Let's get these copied and pasted. Once again, you can win multiple times, but every time you win on a paid entry, we're going to remove one of your entries. So you can win multiple times. Got 20 names, 60 seconds on the clock. Shuffle a few times. Or a lot of times. This will be our fourth one. Once again, 3D printed barrel. We can do custom projects to the barrels. We typically print 4 at a time, but we can do one-offs as well. They are two-tone, so they use a decent amount of filament, but it's not that big of a deal, and we can do custom logos for you guys. Also, we do make the little Wee Glen barrels too, so if you win and you want a Wee Glen barrel instead, we can definitely make that happen as well. Anyone who wins a 3D print will obviously get samples along with that. The minimum amount of samples I will send you is 4. So you're going to get 4 samples as well of some whiskey from my collection. If you get with me, we can coordinate what that might be. And that way you can try something that maybe you haven't had before that you've been looking for. Got Tracy. Tracy won one. Tracy left to go do some trivia, but we'll definitely get in touch with Tracy, make sure she gets taken care of. We will make sure we remove one of her 2 entries. And we'll just refresh that. We'll probably just close that for now. We'll reopen that in a minute whenever we get reset. We're going to go put some of these barrels off to the side, I think, and grab some other stuff so we can showcase some things too. I will be right back. That's her win from me. I'll allow it. That's funny, Tora. Some other custom prints too that we can offer. These are a little bit wild. These are some one-offs that I've done. We did a Yosemite Sam on top of a yellow Glen Topper. So he'll sit on top of your glass, and these are in glow-in-the-dark filament, so these will actually glow at night. We also have a little Yoda, but he's on the inside of the topper with our logo on the top, so he'll actually sit inside of your glass. And it's got a little ring on the side, so you could put him like on a keychain if you wanted to take him to go. Might be a little bit easier too for people to pull it off of Glen if they have issues with them. Been printing some other stuff too. Like I said, we got the Oogie Boogie. That was an old one that we had showcased originally. Great for Halloween coming up and around. I got a pumpkin that's back there. I'd have to go grab him. And then, like I said, we do these 3D collapsible swords as well. This is a lightsaber with glow-in-the-dark red filament. And we've got a couple that are in glow-in-the-dark green. So the reason why I'm showcasing some of this stuff too is if you win and you've got kids or grandkids, depending on the age, depends on what we can send them that they could still play with. Something like this that's bigger, harder to break, I would say, and there's not like a lot of like small little bits or pieces that can break off that would be like a choking hazard rather than like something like this, like little Yosemite Sam on the Glen. Obviously, it being smaller might be harder to offer to a small child. And then depending on the age too, we got like these little articulated ones too. It's like a little knitted crocheted alligator looking thing. So we have in the past when we do our giveaways offer stuff for the kiddos too. So that way when whoever wins gets their whiskey samples or whatever little 3D printed items they want for themselves, we can also offer some stuff for the kids too, collapsible swords and stuff like that. Like here's a mini one. We got like a little mini collapsible katana. We've got these at full size too. My kid loves to play with them. So just something to think about. Yeah, Locktar, if you win, we'll take care of you. We'll get you a lightsaber. If it's for you, kid, whatever. Just tell them it's for the kids. Kids deserve Glen Toppers too. We could do figures for them, but I don't know if we want to do Glen Toppers. Have you seen the 2-ounce sample carrier 3D print? I'm glad you asked. We are actually working on something a little bit different. I will go grab that. I know what you're talking about. It holds like six 2-ounce samples, and it's got like a little handle so you can carry them. We're working on a better thing for storage. Let me grab that real quick. So we're printing these in half. This is 2 halves, and they hold 12 sample bottles. The idea is that you glue two of these together, and now you're holding 24, and it's a full-on tray. Or you can put it on top of it like this if you don't want to glue it, and now you got a fully enclosed storage, and it'll hold them upside down too. Well, the good news is that they got these little holes in here too, so we're gonna design some like guide rods that go through these, so you can stack them. So you'll have them on top, and then you'll put this other one on top of a guide rod, and it'll sit on top, and now you can have your samples stacked. So we've got 4 of these printed out right now as the test. We're looking at if we want to make it to where these can connect, or if we want these just free floating. These are a little slick, so they'll slide on the top. So we do want to have that little guide rod that goes through these holes, but they all line up and match perfectly, and they flip upside down because it's literally just the same exact print, just flipped around. And they do have a rounded edge on them, so you'll only put 2 of them together if you want. But that's what we've been working on for like 2-ounce sample bottles. Kick my duck in advance for her. Once again, that is for the free entry. Cheers, Shadow. Thanks for popping in. Good luck on the duck races. Thank you, Edward. Hopefully everyone else gets some wins. I could do an orange katana as well, and I'm pretty sure we can still probably put some logos on those. I haven't tried, but I'm sure we can. The clock necklace was funny. I do admit that was funny. Needs to open up a shop with his prints outside of the bottle drop lines. The bottle drop lines at night, like some of the locals have already been asking. I think even Nate wants one of these too, but I know Ganja, Noah wants one. He wants one of these like toppers that glow in the dark, so he can be at the drops like rocking some glow in the dark prints for toppers. Talking about that holds 7 samples and the top. Oh, I do know what you're talking about. It's a circular one that screws on. Yeah, I have seen that one. We're actually working on. You guys have probably already seen it before. It's for Glens, and they do them for blinds, and it's got like a way to spin, kind of like a Lazy Susan style. I think the guy charges like $85 for them, but they're always sold out. We're gonna try to see if we can make our own, and then see if we can get that out to some of you guys. So we'll have like a thing that'll like has a little shutter that sits over the Glens, and you can spin it and then randomize your pours like that. Pretty cool for stacking. That's the goal. Trade prints for spots in line. That's wild. We're doing some custom stuff. We want to make some stuff happen. Definitely want to make some stuff happen. 30 prints are awesome, and I love the helmet the helmet's awesome too. It's behind the TV right now. We did a Mandalorian styled helmet with a pretty snug fit. I'll grab it here in a second. The Saz pick from Only Dram says sad $60. No, I did not. Let me grab that helmet for Chris. We've got a custom other projects too that we've been working on too. I'll have to show those, but let me put this on first. Literally like a full-size wearable helmet, 100% 3D printed. Took like 30 hours to print. Pretty wild. Paul's asking why I have a shirt on if it's after 8 p.m. Let me plug this in too. This is another project we were working on. So some of these projects go a little bit more further and more advanced where we start using electronics as well. This is just a prototype. So right now we've got tape holding it on for the front face, but we did do a RJ logo. As you can tell, there's like a wire sticking out of it on the front and bottom. It's a shadow box. So we can have it like change lights and everything and showcase different logos. So, and the distance, this will probably look better. Also, if we just do like a standard color, let's see if I get to do one of these, and then we just dim it down a little bit to where it's not as bright. You'll be able to see this almost like one of those little bar light things too. So we'll be working on some projects like this too. I've got these are just old LED strips that I had. Obviously a little bit bigger hardware in case too. But we are working on some more stuff like this, and We want to be able to do these for other people and for their channels too. It's got a little hole in the back too where the little receiver's coming out, but you can also put it on like a nail or a thumbtack, and you can hang it up. And then the only thing you got hanging down is your cable for your LEDs. So just another project we were working on. A simple LED cable with a little charging bank thing. Got our remote control, and then the LEDs are inside. Pretty neat. What's up, Jonathan Jones? Didn't miss too much. We've done 4 giveaways so far, but we have plenty more to go. We're actually getting ready to up the stakes. We've done 4 3D prints with samples, so we're going to do 3D printed barrels and toppers for everybody that won. Winners are Mr. Mom, Nate, Travis, and Tracy. Then we're going to move on. We're going to give away some bottles too, so we're going to grab some bottles out of the cabinets just so you guys can see what we're planning on giving away, and we'll make that happen too. Yeah, the helmet was really cool. I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Make a Mando a cowboy. Let's go. 3D 22LR pistols. I have a channel that I can send you to go watch. His name is Print Shoot Repeat, and he does some 3D printed stuff. So just saying. Let me grab some bottles too, and then I'm gonna pour up some more of this I8. This is a Bourbon World Top Floor Old Forester Blue Label. Pretty good, but a lot of these blue labels lately have been too hot for me. I say that. I love Cash Strength. They're pretty youthful. They're like 4 to 6 year old bottles, but some of them are just very harsh. I find that the ice helps mellow them out quite a bit. So let me grab those bottles that we plan to give away. Once again, $5 per entry. Venmo and PayPal should be in the description. If one of those isn't working, just say something. Super chats are also welcomed as well. $5 per entry if you win or remove one of your entries, but you can win multiple times. So we're going to have at least 3 bottles, I think, that I plan to give away. We'll give away 1 bottle at a time just to make sure we're hitting thresholds. I'll have to double check to make sure the money's there, because we got to make sure we cover the hand delivery fees, because those hand delivery fees get very expensive very quickly. Alrighty. So the first 2 bottles that we have that we want to give away, we have a Green River single barrel Specs pick. This was actually one of the bottles from the end of the year Specs drop. Specs actually is really good on their picks. I'm pretty impressed. I've already have a bunch of these Green River single barrel full proofs, especially the one from S&W Liquors. So I don't really need more. I would like someone else to be able to get one and enjoy one if they haven't seen them. These are different than the full proofs. The full proofs are like $45, and I think these single barrels are like $60 a bottle. Is it worth the $15 hike for the picks? I think so. It's tough because obviously it depends on who did the pick and if they actually had the pallet. But Green River has been doing some pretty good stuff. Other bottle we got a Smoke Wagon Private Barrel Rye. This bad boy, unfortunately, is a Total Wine and More pick. Not all Total Wine picks I have had been bad. I've actually had some that are very good, very exceptional. But I will say that more of the Total Wine picks have been worse rather than better. That being said, though, I've got a Stag pick, a Weller Full Proof pick, Eagle Rare and Buffalo Trace pick, all from Total Wine that are awesome. I'm pretty sure we've had like a 1792 Full Proof pick. Whew. Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye pick. I'm trying to think of all the stuff I've had that's been from Total Wine that have been pretty good, but Green River's been good. Smoke Wagon, I would assume, is going to be pretty solid too. These purple dots. This is the top mash bill, if you guys didn't know. Just because it's a private barrel rye doesn't mean it's all the same mash bill. They have like a little check box for 1 and 2. The first one, this is that the mash bill that this bottle is 51 rye, 45 corn, and 4% malted barley. If you win this bottle, as long as you remind me so I don't forget to send you a sample, I have another bottle that's open. It's a store pick called Smokin'. It's got a custom tater sticker on it, and it's the bottom mash bill. And the bottom mash bill is 51 rye, 49% malted barley. Very different profiles. Honestly, they should add purple dot for one of these and then a different colored dot for the other because they're that different. But I would love to send a sample along with this bottle for someone just so they can see the different mash bills that the Smoke Wagon has to offer. see. Double checking PayPal and Venmo right now. I mean, I don't know if I have the best bottles, but I do have a lot of variety, a lot of stuff that I don't showcase. Try to send out a lot of samples. The 49 barley one is very wild. Like that's why I said if you win this one, because this is 51.45 4% malted barley. The other one's 51% rye, skips the corn, and it's 49% malted barley. It's pretty wild. Make sure I didn't miss any of the super chats. All right, looks like we're at the same amount. Double check real quick where we're at. We got 20, 30 bucks, 30 bucks on YouTube, and then double check Venmo. Let's see, 85 bucks. So we got like $100 in donations, which is great, guys. Honestly, $100 is fantastic. Shipping to people is very expensive. Luckily, Nate's a local, but we've got 3 others that I'm going to have to ship to. It's about $15 to ship to somebody, so it's definitely not free. But I don't mind getting some stuff out to you guys, especially because you guys support me. So we'll do some Glen Toppers as well. We won't do barrels with bottles because of the space, but we will do some Glen Toppers and other 3D print stuff still with these bottles, along with maybe a sample or two, like I said, for at least the Smoke Wagon bottle. So we'll let you guys decide what you guys want to see given away first. Just type in GR for Green River or SW for Smoke Wagon, and we'll get a gist on what people want. You want the Smoke Wagon bottle or you want the Green River bottle, but we're willing to give away either one of those bottles right now. Whatever you guys decide will be the first one that we give away. Other than 100% barley, I think the highest I've had is in Chattanooga. I don't remember how high the barley is in the Chattanooga. I've had one that was 100% barley before as well, but yeah, other than that, I think the highest one would probably be the other mash bill on this one, which is 49% that I've had. I don't think I've had anything else that's that much of a malt barley. Rye with a high malt content sounds a lot like Old Forester rye. Yeah, except the proof points on these are relatively like lower. Like this one's 56.37%. So what does that make that? Like 112.7 roughly. Gotta love that Chucky popped into the chat. I didn't even know if I mentioned him. Oh, we got Bow 817. Yeah, why is the shirt on? Yeah, the shirt's on, guys. We're keeping the shirt on right now. Had to scroll back up and make sure we're not missing anybody that's been popping into the chat. I have a tough time talking and keeping up with chat. Green River. Oh, what happened to my YouTubes on the other screen? Got three for GR, 3 GR. We got 2 SWs. Just drive up to Iowa, RJ, on baby daddy leave anyway. That's funny. Where's the old RJ closet? All right, we got enough for Green River. We're gonna do the Green River one first. Let me get all these names copied real quick. What you want, cat? This cat's over here mowing at me. Let's see, duck race. Get this pulled up. Share screen. Duck race share. Names. 19 names. 60 seconds, and we'll shuffle this a few times. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And this will be for the Green River Specs pick. Whoever wins this too, like I'll try to put a note so I remember, but if I forget, I have other Green River bottles that are open that I can send samples of as well. I do have the pack and play behind me too. Pack and plays behind me. We got all kinds of kids' toys in here now, man. Husband was always worried I see about your shirt being Can't tell if you're watching whiskey content or softcore. Green River single barrel specs pick. Who's gonna win it? Edward Fry's coming up. There we go. Got Edward Fry with not just first, but also second. Crazy. All right, Edward. I don't know if I have your information. If I do, I hope I can get in touch with you. If I don't, I really need to get in touch with you because now you've won something. Congratulations, Edward. And we'll also put on there, let's see, GR sample also, and 3D prints. I keep track of this on my notepad. That way I can't misplace any of it. As long as I have it on this little notepad, it's saved on my desktop. I keep it front and center, so it reminds me of who's won stuff, and it gives me an accountability list to keep track of to make sure we get people's stuff out to them in a timely manner. Typically, I send stuff out literally the next day. With how hot it's been lately, some of this stuff might go out on Monday. You guys can strangle me for that, but some of that, the delays is because I don't want any of this stuff sitting in a warehouse over the weekend with any chance of cork poppages or leakage. Locktar said he may pass out soon. He's been up since 4:30 in the morning. If I want a 3D print and give it to Chris Jenkins. All right, will do, man. I will do. Hey, Buffalo bourbon enthusiasts, what's going on? So far, we've given away 4 different barrels of the Glen barrels with the toppers, and then we've given away 1 bottle. There we go. Chris Jenkins shouting out Buffalo bourbon enthusiasts. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, there's a link right there for you guys to go check them out. Let's see where we're at. We're at 15 entries for the free one. We'll see if we get any more donations. If we get any more donations, we'll continue giving stuff away. If we don't get any donations in the next, we'll say 7 minutes, that'll put us at 8:40 p.m. Central Time. At 8:40 Central Time, if we don't get any more donations, that's fine. We still have a free drawing that we'll do, and we'll give away an eagle. We've got 3 different eagles, so we'll let whoever wins pick. We currently have a gray one, a bronze one, and a gold one, and these will hold a bottle, including the Smoke Wagon bottle. Holds it between the wings. Edge of the bottle sits on the tail of the eagle and bounces over the top. Pretty cool little display piece. Should be a nice little addition to your bar or countertop for display, especially if you have some people over for some drinks. A little cool talking piece and a place to put a nice bottle. It'll hold BTAC bottles too. Eagle. What's up, Carl? Yeah, Torp just dropped in the Locktar channel too. If you guys haven't already checked him out, trying to get him closer to 500. Yeah, we'll 100% give away at least one of those eagles. So whoever wins will be able to pick whatever color eagle they want. If one of those colors doesn't fancy you, bronze, gold, or gray, we can get other filaments and other colors, and we can print them in different colors as well. So I've also thought about doing like a glow in the dark one as well. Just haven't done it yet. Haven't pulled the trigger yet. These giveaway streams can be really tough to manage, but feel like we've got it down right now. We've got, like I said, a list of entries on the left, currently showing was 18. We remove people as they win, and we've got 5 winners currently, 4 for 3D printed barrels and samples, and then we got 1 for a Green River Specs Pick bottle as well. So hope everybody's having a good night. Labor Day was good. I don't know if you guys saw that little Labor Day stream. Did a little midday cigar smoke with a little bit of a Old Forester Blue Label as well. We've been talking about this stream, and we've done some shorts and videos, and we just finally got this thing posted in advance. Had it sitting for a couple days. We were hoping for a pretty big turnout, but we do know that the whiskey YouTube channel scenario, at least for me, has died down quite a bit because we haven't been pumping out regular content. But we do want to do some more stuff in the future. It's just tough to get back into it when I basically got out of it with work and the kids. Having 2 kids now has made it very difficult. So, but things are going well. Starting to get some more free time. Might be able to do some more YouTube content. Definitely want to do some more videos. That secondary market video where I talk about the current secondary market actually did pretty good. It did over 2,000 views. I think I made like $9 in ad revenue, which is actually really good for a YouTube video. And I had fun doing it. So the having fun doing it part is tough. It takes effort to like think of these ideas, to think of the thumbnail, to think of the topics, to think about how to do the video and deliver a relatively clear and direct message without like all the fluff. I hate those YouTube videos where you try to watch it and it's like I'm watching it for one purpose and they like fill it with all this filler and I don't actually get to the point or the answer that I want to see. So I try to be very concise with some of the points. I know I was very long-winded for that video, but I try to make sure I was moving along as we went and try to cover a lot of different topics. It's just something that kind of popped in my mind where I was thinking about it. I was like, I could do this. I can make this work, and I could be relatively entertaining. I would have loved to have done it the way some of these guys wanted me to. I don't have a green screen, but we talked about having like a PowerPoint behind me where I could put stuff on a screen and like point to it. And especially because the thumbnail was kind of deceiving. It looked like I was like in the stock exchange and I was standing on the floor and talking. And I was like, man, this would have been great if we had a green screen. We could have really done some crazy things with it. So maybe that'll be on the list in the future. Maybe I'll buy a green screen so we can do some cool videos like that. Cause I definitely had fun making it, even though it was just a talking video. So pretty cool though. The live bourbon hunts and the road rage editions were fun. So currently our mount for a truck for our phone has broken for 1. 2, we're currently only working on weekends and liquor stores are closed on Sundays. So Saturday would be the only hunt day, and Saturdays in the DFW Metroplex are not good unless it's like a dedicated drop. So unless Specs is doing like Eagle Order 12 like they did, or like Total Wine does another Grand Reserve event, the bourbon hunts are tough. Like I just don't go out on the week. I've got 2 kids. I'm not taking them out. Definitely not to try to do a YouTube video or YouTube hunt video or live stream, but I definitely want to do some YouTube lives whenever we go back to work. But that won't be probably till November where we're back and working normal schedules. But we're going to see what we can do to continue on that path as well. It's like 5 or 6 other YouTubers live streaming. Yeah, that's the other issue. So like I can't expect people to dedicate all their time to me or just drop whatever they're doing to watch me. Other people have contents. Other people have channels too. There's a lot of whiskey tube out there, and we try to for our lives. A lot of us, or at least I used to, not so much anymore. Now I just don't care. I used to be very mindful of when other people were going live and when they ended their lives. That way you could watch like an hour and a half of somebody, and then like another person would come on for an hour and a half, and then I would try to come on for an hour and a half. And like looking at the time up top, we're at like almost an hour and 10 minutes right now. So we would have to wrap this up in the next 20 minutes and stop. Versus you got some guys that are super long-winded and they'll do like 4.5 hour, 5 hour live streams and they're just going constantly. It's a lot to keep up with, honestly. So consistency on dates and times every Wednesday at 7 p.m. or whatever, that helps for a lot of people. But sometimes I just can't because of the schedule and because of the kids. So tonight was a little bit different. We scheduled in advance. We kind of made plans for it at 7:30. I knew I was probably going to be stepping on some other people's time, so it's pretty tough. I know Live from the Patio. Speaking of Live from the Patio, Father Fortenberry, they were live. I was watching them actually before I was going to go live, and I wasn't sure when they were going to end. And nothing against them, I just didn't care when they ended. Like everybody has their own show, everybody has their own time, everybody's trying to entertain. People can pick and choose who they watch, how they watch them, when they watch them. Plus, people can rewatch them. Now, when it comes to rewatching live streams, it doesn't work for things like this where we're giving stuff away. You're going to miss out, obviously. But for like other stuff too, where people just do live streams and they're talking about some points and stuff, It doesn't make sense on why you can't rewatch them. Although rewatching live streams can be tough unless they're doing them kind of like Life in the Patio does them in more of a podcast style. Then you can just listen to them. You don't actually have to watch. There's not a whole lot of video content that's very specific. Those are pretty nice too. Hunt now, let's go. 8:40. Liquor stores closed at 9. We would have to jump in the truck and like race to the nearest store. We'd be like walking in at closing. Basically, that'd be funny though. I'm here to hunt whiskey while recording. Ran the same problem last night. It was rough. Yeah, it's tough when there's a lot of people out there. I only watch a few people on YouTube now, and I only watch a couple lives. The same, honestly. Like I try to still give people the support when I can, but it's very tough. My time is only so much. You know, I'm very limited on what I can and can't watch. And there's a lot of people that I try to support, especially some of the bigger guys that have supported me too, like Matt from Whiskey Wisdom, Adam from Major Zero, my boys from Life in the Patio, Locktar when he goes live, Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiast. It's tough on when they go live for me to catch because I'm normally at work, but sometimes even while I'm at work, I try to pop in on a live stream while I'm at work, and then I'll try to make a comment or two and watch a little bit while I'm on break. But it's just tough, honestly. No one is on live anymore other than the weekends or events. I mean, it depends on where you're looking for. You got to look for the right people to find them. So too many stations, too many lives. I prefer to watch the smaller channels. The smaller channels are more interactive, I've seen, with their audience, typically, not always. The bigger channels, it's tough. You got 500 people watching you and commenting. It's hard to read all the chats, all the comments. You got 17 watching you like me. A little bit more easier to be more involved. They're alive, yeah. Multi-stream at the same time. Yeah, multi-stream at the same time. It's tough. It's tough. I know Chris Jenkins pretty good at that. Dave Vogelsang is pretty good at that. I'm pretty sure Torp's pretty good at doing that too. There's a couple of you guys that watch multiple streams at once. It's incredible. Better to donate to get those, get on those sweet barrels and the hold you Glen. Father Fortenberry, appreciate you, and I get it. It's tough, honestly. I'm off Monday through Friday right now, which means you think I'd be able to watch during the week, but I'm just busy with the kids more than anything. And then when I put them down to sleep, I'm like, I got to go to bed. Otherwise, whatever I'm doing, I'm going to keep them up. We record ourselves hanging out, definitely an advantage for flexibility. I used to do that, but I just don't hang out with anyone anymore. With 2 kids, it's like near impossible. We'll have a couple people come over every now and then. I can sneak off to the garage every now and then too. So it's not easy, but we're trying to figure it out now. With 2 kids, it's just trying to figure it out. It's got to be a work life and YouTube balance. Had a friend that makes us some customized Glencairn holders. Those barrels are sweet. We're working on a custom Glencairn holder. I'm going to go grab a spool and kind of spoil some of it while we talk about this before I do the free giveaway. Once again, the free giveaway is on screen. We got 17 entries right now. I do want you to be present to win, but we'll make some exceptions. If not, we'll take care of multiple people. But let me go grab one of those spools. All right, you guys got to use your imagination with me. Cheers, Azul. This is what the filament comes on when you buy them from Bamboo Studios. These are holes. These are porous on both sides. They turn, and they turn to lock together, so you can separate them. Why is this important? Well, my buddy is building an adapter so we can change the height. So if we can stop them from closing here, but rather have them close like here, well, now you're getting to a different height. Well, why do you need them to be a different height? Imagine having 6 Glencairns that sit along this ring. The adapter that sits and connects and locks into this inner circle has the little C-clamp things to hold your Glencairns. So now you have a tray that holds 6 Glencairns, so you have a way to carry your flight of 6 Glens, and they all be connected with those little C-clamps to hold them. Then you take the top of it and you put it on top of the threads of the adapter and put it on top. Now you have a portable carry case for for your 6 Glens with your 6 pours to a table for a flight, unscrew it, take it off, boom. Now you got your full 6 Glens to share. Well, that's one purpose. Second purpose, empty Glencairns, put them on there, close it up. These are flat. So I can get this to lock in. These are flat. You can stack them. So if these hold 6 Glens and you stack them, there's a hole in here, so you can put them on a rod. Now you can stack all your glassware up in one spot in a small, like, circular pattern all the way up to whatever height your shelf is. Or whenever you wash your Glens, you put them back on this, and then once you're done with your wash, you just flip them upside down. So now your Glens are suspended upside down, and the water's going to drop. Well, once again, these have holes in them, so you can use it as a drying rack too. So the goal is have an adapter that sits in to get the height for the Glens. See your little C-clamps to hold your Glens. You'll be able to transport your flight board. Yeah, they're not full. I understand I said full, but like when you have your Glens that are poured up, you can still carry your flights, and you'll be able to put this over the top of it for carrying it, just to have an extra hand on it. But you can then also use it as a drying rack by flipping it over. So why use these? Well, whenever you use up filament, these are essentially recyclable or trash. Like, people will buy refills of filament to put on these, or they just throw them away because the price between buying a refill or buying one with a spool is negligible. So if we can repurpose these and use them for Glen holders, I think we can appeal to a pretty wide audience. So we got Zach working on that, my buddy Trogdor. If he can get that done with that adapter, we'll add those C-clamps to it. We'll work on the height and getting them to lock in, because he's already been working on the adapters to get them to lock into these little pieces. We'll have a monopoly on that market for sure. And I think it'll be very cool to be able to repurpose these as a holder for a flight board, use it as a drying rack, use it to stack and store your glassware. It'll be multi-purpose, which is what we're trying to do. Anything we print, we want it to be multi-purpose. Even these little Glen barrels, like the actual barrel lid itself is actually a topper. So you can use it as a topper. It's just a little bit thicker than the regular toppers, but you can still use the barrel head as a topper. All right. Enough talking, though. Enough yapping. You spin it like the sunglasses display. Yeah, honestly, if you put it on a little base thing, you could spin them. Not only are you making something that people can use, you're recycling the spools that most people throw. Exactly. We haven't thrown away any of them. We've been buying Sunlu filament as well, so we're working on a more simplified version that'll hold 3 for the Sunlu ones as well. But the Bamboo Studios ones, those hold 6, or should hold 6. Need a drying rack. Right. Wash only your dishwasher Glens or speed spills. I mean, I wash a lot of my Glens in the dishwasher, but if someone washes them by hand, it's just some place to store them to let them dry. So we'll see. Mini disc golf game with Glen Toppers. Honestly, you could make a basket out of it. That's cool. All right. Let's see what we can do here. We're going to double check. I don't think I got anything else on Venmo, which is fine. We're going to make sure, though. Yep. Okay. Now, let's see what I can do here. Move this over to this screen. Let's share that screen. If you hand wash your glasses, this device will be great, because whenever you're done hand washing them, you'll be able to put them on this rack, get them all locked in, and then flip it upside down and use it as a drying rack, which will be pretty darn cool. I'll be slammed after I get together. We'll wash a dozen or so Glens, and before I call it a night. Yeah. All right, here we go. 3D print, 17 entries. This is going to be for an eagle, just so you guys can see on camera. It doesn't have to be this one. We've got 3 different ones. We've got the gold, we've got the bronze, and we got the gray. Winner's choice. Chris Jenkins has won one of the 3D printed eagles / bottle holder. So I don't know if I have a box that'll fit this, Chris. I will get a box that will fit this though, and we will get you sorted out. We'll get you taken care of, man. So um, get with me, man. We'll get you taken care of, and you can pick your color. Like I said, right now we have gray, gold, and bronze. But if you want a different color than that, just let me know. We'll get the filament ordered. I'll get one printed up, and then we'll make sure we get that sent out ASAP for you, man. I don't know the best way to get in touch with you. I think you have my phone number. I think if not, you should have my email. I am on Discord as well. I'm not sure if you are. I know that at one point you were, but then you kind of disappeared on us. So just get with me, man, and we'll get you taken care of. Sorry, clearing out all these little notifications on my phone. Perfect. Yeah, reach out to me on Discord. We'll get you squared away. So. All that closed. And we'll do more giveaways in the future too. Don't feel like this is the only giveaway that we're doing with those Eagles. This is just kind of like the showcase, I guess, of the 3D printed stuff. I started 3D printing not that long ago. We've printed tons of different stuff. We've been doing a lot of custom work as well. Some of the stuff was like drag and drop, just tell it to print, and then the print file was already basically put together. So we had a final product essentially from the beginning. You just tell it to print. Now we've gone to where we're no longer doing just tell it to print. We're customizing. We're actually designing these files ourselves, and we're trying to make them work. We're scaling them up and down to make sure they fit. We're testing our products. We'll print them in a single color or sometimes dual color, depending on what the item is. Test it, make sure functionality is perfect. And then from there, we'll add or modify whether you guys want custom logos or labels on it. Once again, doesn't have to be like RJ logo. It can be any logo. I mean, sports teams, your channel, whatever you want. Torp's over here telling me about pew pews and 22 LR prints. Can you do a 3D printed raccoon bottle holder? I probably could. Custom project for you. I'll look. We might be able to make something like that happen. But want to say thank you guys for supporting. We're going to get all this stuff put together and sent out pretty quickly. One bottle, tons of different 3D stuff. So once again, for winners, we got Mr. Mom, 3D prints and some samples. Nate, same thing, 3D print and samples. Travis, 3D prints and samples. Tracy, 3D print and samples. Those will include at least a Glen Barrel of your guys' choice. I know Glen Barrel wise for Tracy, we've already got one in the works that we need to do for the University of Georgia as a custom one. Travis, we've already done some for him and for his business. We did the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Nate will do one for him as well. We can do custom for Nate if he wants, or you can just do RJ. I know Nate made a comment about Wee Glens. We do the Wee Glen barrels too, so we've got some of those as options as well. And then Mr. Mom, if you're looking for a bottle holder, we'll look into if we can have our raccoon one, but we'll do at least a barrel and some toppers. So anyone who got a barrel, we'll do 4 toppers per barrel winner, and then we'll try to include some samples too. So like 4 samples per winner. So pretty big giveaways there. And then Edward Fry, he won the Green River single barrel pick. We'll also try to get him a Green River single barrel pick sample of another bottle along with some 3D prints. And then Chris Jenkins with the win on the Eagle for the free giveaway. So congratulations, Chris Jenkins, on winning that Eagle. So I know that was a big fan favorite. People started seeing those. They're asking when they're going to come out. We made a couple of them first. That way, if we give them away, depending on the support, we give away multiple. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll try to do a video. I don't want to make empty promises, but we'll try to do a video at least once a month, if not twice a month. Try to get back into it. It would be nice to do one a week. It'd be nice. I don't know if we'll get there, but if we don't do one per week, we do want to try to do some live streams from time to time, also some shorts, and then we'll do some other content too. Not just with the whiskey, but also, like I said, with 3D prints. And we do have some cigars both coming our way and some cigars in our possession. Not really trying to be smoking a bunch. Cigars aren't really my fancy, but we'll try to appeal to some of you guys, and we'll try some stuff on what you guys recommend. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's RG the Fed signing out, and I'll see you guys for the next one. If you won, please reach out to me. I'm going to type it in chat right here as my email address. So if you don't already have my phone number, send me an email to this email address. Otherwise, get with me on Discord or text me. However you guys get a hold of me already. If you won, once again, I've got it saved on the side, so I won't forget. I will do follow-ups tomorrow, and I'll try to get everything put together for you guys and boxed up. So Mr. Mom, Nate, Nate's a local, so we'll make sure his is hand-delivered for sure. Travis, Tracy. Tracy's probably going to be a minute on hers just because we're going to try to do a custom project specifically for her. She was actually one of the few people, along with Travis, who mentioned like coasters / covers. So we want to get those University of Georgia ones put together, get those printed up for Tracy. And then Edward Fry. I really need to get a hold of you. I don't think I have your information. If I do, hopefully you can reach out to me, man. That Green River single barrel specs pick you won. And then Chris Jenkins, you said you got me on Discord. I'm pretty sure I got you on Discord as well. Reach out, man, and pick which 3D printed eagle you want. Like I said, gold, bronze, or gray. If none of those are a fancy to you, let me know, and we'll get you sorted out, and we'll print out a new one. Cheers, guys.